Hi everyone, it's Jen with Jen's Resin Creations. Today I'm going to show you how I made these Aqua Seashell Coasters. It's been a minute since I've posted a video, so bear with me. Still need to get back to used to videoing and filming correctly. Either way, you'll be able to see how I did these. These are really simple. It's not a lot of work and a whole lot of technique involved, and it's very simple. I bought these broken aqua seashells from Laura's Art Corner. I will post the link below. That's what I put in the center of these coaster molds. I used black diamond Bora Bora blue. Absolutely perfect color to go with the shells. They matched perfectly. I also used from Laura's Art Corner Peacock Sparkle Holographic Glitter. Let me tell you. Oh, so sparkly. I didn't use a whole lot of it, just a little. You'll see I just did a little zhuzh of it. Also the Black Diamonds Pure Pearl White and a hint of Rebel Glitter's Ignition Dust. These coasters are fairly simple. They're very simple, easy to do. There's not a whole lot of technique to them. And the coaster molds I got from Let's Resin off of Amazon. Let me give you a little tip. It was really late when I was doing these, so I didn't. When you stir up your resin, let it sit. Follow the directions for your resin. Everybody's got different resins. Every one of them has different directions. So follow the directions, but let it sit for, I don't know how long. You should have to figure out for each one. A good 5 minutes, maybe 10, sometimes 20. It just depends. But let it sit and let it degas. I didn't do that because it was late and I was ready to move on.org, but I ended up backfiring because I ended up spending a ton of time trying to get rid of these little bubbles out of the mold. They're very hard to get out when they're in there when you have a bunch of them. So I used that little toothpick. Well, when it's not a toothpick, whatever that is, skewer, and you can drag them to the top, drag bubbles up to the top. I'm still talking about it, but I cut all that out because it's boring to watch. But anyway, you can work. There's different ways to get the bubbles out. Do what you got to do to try to get all the bubbles out of your molds before you start doing this, or you end up with bubbles in your coasters, and then it doesn't look great. So anyway, this technique, all I did was just do a ring or two of each color, the Bora Bora blue, then the Black Diamond Pure Pearl White. The coasters I did before this set, I overdid the white, so I was a little gun shy on this one. I wish I would have done a little more white on these, but again, I was a little scared to do so much white because I overdid it on the last one and it kind of messed up my last set. The balance is challenging sometimes. Okay, so here I'm just coming in with the Peacock Sparkle Holographic Glitter from Laura's Art Corner. Didn't use a whole lot, just a little bit. And now all I'm going to do is just zhuzh it. I'm just taking the tip of the skewer. Please be very careful. You don't want to ruin your mold, so don't drag it on the bottom of your mold. You're basically just doing right there at the top, maybe a little bit under the top of the resin, but don't scratch the bottom of your mold. Just zigzag, zigzag, zigzag back and forth. When you see at the end, you can vary how far the glitter and the resin and the colors come in. The pigment comes in by how far you drag it to the center. You could always drag it farther. I think maybe that I would do another set and pull it in even farther, and in a few places maybe you can practice and see which ones you like, which way you like it best, or vary it for however for different needs. whatever somebody likes, whatever you like. Sometimes you want the whole thing all the way drugged down. Sometimes you just want the edge. It looks really cute with just the edges, how these turned out. And again, just be very careful not to scratch your mold. And that's really easy to do with me using the point instead of the flat end. But I didn't want a big swoosh, so I used the little point, so I had little zigzags. I don't know if zigzag's the right word, but whatever. You see what I'm doing. So then you just come in now, and once you got it done, once you got it blended, however you want, again, you can drag it further. Using the torch quickly to pop bubbles. Be very careful that you don't burn up your edges, your mold. Your mold will ruin if you're not really careful, and put too much fire heat on it. And here I am just, I learned this from Kathy LaPierre. I think that's how you say her name. She has amazing videos of doing coasters. But just pushing the air from the outside in. I know that's the technique for the things where she makes the flowers, but this makes sense to me for what I'm trying to do and get that stuff, that mica and the colors to start moving in more. I don't know if it's technically the right thing to do, but oh well. So here you see that you can see how much it's still, the molds still push the mica into the center. So you saw how far I only drag it a little ways and see how far it came down. So if you drag it a little even more, it'll probably reach all the way to the center. Leave comments. Let me know what you think.